Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at something, well, pretty unexpected. We're talking about how cutting-edge tech, specifically AI-assisted virtual and augmented reality, is meeting something really fundamental, like democratic development. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, it's quite a pairing.
Yeah.
What we're really digging into is the launch of the AI Democratic Development Academy in Argentina.
Yeah.
And this isn't just talk, it's a real collaboration. You've got EON Reality, they're, big players in using XR for knowledge transfer, VR and AR stuff.
Right, immersive learning.
Exactly. And they've teamed up with Polilat SAS, who are innovators based in Argentina. Their mission is pretty clear. Use this immersive tech to really empower citizens and boost democratic engagement.
That's fascinating. So beyond the mission statement, how does this actually, work on the ground? What does this partnership look like in practice? What are they making?
Well, it's already quite developed. The team in Argentina, they've put together around 100 different experiences already. These are on the EON XR platform. Think of them like interactive virtual scenarios. 100. That's a lot.
It is, and they're planning, I think, about 60 more. They've broken it down into 4 key areas, 4 dimensions of democracy, they call them.
Okay, what are those?
Let's see, they are citizen democracy, institutional democracy, social and human democracy, and economic democracy.
Right. So could you give us an example? Like for citizen democracy, what would you actually do in one of these experiences?
Sure. Imagine stepping into a virtual simulation of, say, a local council meeting where you actually get to debate a policy proposal. Or maybe a scenario where you have to manage community resources, make decisions that have real consequences within the simulation.
Okay. So it makes it feel less abstract, more tangible.
Exactly. It's about experiential learning. And all this work, it's actually led to something concrete, the first school of democratic development.
A whole school?
Yeah, set up in Formosa city. It's
Yeah.
kind of the pilot region for this whole educational model.
That's really something. Okay, so moving from the practical side, here's where it gets really interesting. What's the bigger vision? What's the philosophy driving this? What's fascinating here is the perspective from EON Reality's chairman, Dan Lajurskar. He talks about using spatial AI, that's AI that understands and interacts within these 3D virtual spaces alongside XR,
Right.
to completely redefine how we teach and even practice democratic values. The idea is to shift from just reading about it to actually doing it, empowering people to be like active participants, not just passive observers, and, hopefully nurturing future leaders through this kind of hands-on immersive learning. And this really ties into EON Reality's wider mission, which they've talked about for a while, democratizing knowledge, making it a basic human right, accessible to everyone, everywhere.
Democratizing knowledge.
Yeah.
That's powerful. And they have this phrase, this ultimate goal, making every citizen a protagonist in their community, taking ownership of their square meter of democracy. What does that actually mean, though? Square meter of democracy.
It's a great metaphor, isn't it? It's about your immediate sphere of influence, your responsibility. It could be participating in your local neighborhood decisions, understanding how a policy affects your street, your family, just recognizing your own civic role.
So making citizenship personal, not remote.
Exactly that. Active and personal. Taking ownership.
Okay. So if we connect this to the bigger picture, we're seeing this really potent mix of high tech and, well, governance.
Precisely. The hope is that it inspires real change, helps build stronger democratic foundations. It shows how this kind of immersive tech can take civic participation from being just a concept you read about to something you feel and experience directly.
So what does this all mean? We've got this global tech leader, EON Reality, working with Argentinian partners, Polilat SAS, using VR and AR, these immersive tools to make being a citizen feel more real, more accessible. It definitely challenges how we usually think about civic education, maybe even how we engage with democracy itself.
It certainly makes you think, considering this very specific way of teaching civics through, experiencing it in virtual reality, it raises a big question for all of us, really. How else could these kinds of technologies change our understanding of participation, not just in democracy, but maybe other areas of life? And what sort of new chances or maybe even new responsibilities pop up for citizens, for leaders, when knowledge itself becomes this interactive, immersive thing you can step inside?